World leaders, negotiators and climate experts fill a hall in Azerbaijan's capital, Baku, as the UN's annual climate summit, COP29, gets underway. Looking to tackle the escalating climate crisis, some progress was made on the first day. Attendees backing a carbon credit system proposal that would see countries and companies pay for emission-reducing projects in return for credits to offset their own. The deal has been years in the making, part of the 2015 Paris Agreement, which seeks to keep global temperatures at 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. An important step, as the summit's president warns the world is on the road to ruins.
Climate change is already here. From flooded homes in Spain to forest fires in Australia, from rising oceans in the Pacific to barren plains in East Africa. Whether you see them or not, people are suffering in the shadows. They are dying in the dark, and they need more than compassion, more than prayers and paperwork.
This 29th summit aims to chart what its leader calls a new path forward. The main goal of this year's meeting is increasing funding to curb the rise in global temperatures and support lower-income countries to reduce greenhouse gases. It's a goal being met with skepticism by climate activists who question the choice of Azerbaijan as host given its poor climate record. Despite this, attendees hope to secure a deal for up to $1 trillion in annual climate funding for developing countries, a major hike from the current $100 billion pact. For those nations, this goal represents survival, facing severe climate disasters including floods, landslides and bushfires that have increased by 700% in the past decade.
They're always saying, the potential risk of climate change. Like, we haven't been facing it as small islands for the last 30 years. So it's about looking at it's right here, it's right now. It's no longer a latent emergency.
But the conference has been clouded by the US election, with many countries concerned Donald Trump's presidency victory could hinder climate progress. The president-elect has promised to roll back climate measures, walk out of the landmark Paris Agreement for a second time, and increase fossil fuel production in the US, the world's largest historic greenhouse gas emitter.
In January, we're going to inaugurate a president whose relationship to climate change is captured by the words hoax and fossil fuels. He's vowed to dismantle our environmental safeguards and once again withdraw the United States from the Paris Agreement. That is what he has said, and we should believe him.
Despite Trump's threats, the US Climate Envoy pledged to continue climate work in the country. Over the next 2 weeks, leaders at the summit will continue to discuss ways to meet the Paris Agreement. But with this COP marking the last major talks before countries submit updated emission targets in 2025, and the world far off from the Paris Agreement's goals, the pressure is increasing. Dolphine, Chen and Rosie Grenenger for TaiwanPlus.